Soul Warrior Tribe, how's it going? Happy Thursday. I hope you had a wonderful week. If you are catching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. Welcome in. For those of you who this is your first time seeing me live and you have no clue who I am, my name is Simran Gole and I help sensitive light workers clear the fog on their gifts so they can truly step into their powerful purpose and serve the world boldly. So, based on the title of this video, you're probably wondering what the heck am I talking about? So, earlier this week, I felt really called to talk about emotional hangovers and just what to do when you're feeling energetically drained as an empath, and it really led me to talk about a topic that I've actually wanted to talk about for a really long time, but I felt really afraid because I know that there's tons of different opinions on this topic, and I just really didn't want to deal with the backlash that could come from it. I'm going to take 2 seconds and share this out to my personal page. Welcome in. Put a 1 if you are new to the Soul Warrior Tribe, if you're new to my lives, and if you are part of the Soul Warrior family, put a 2 in the comments so we can represent. And bear with me for a second because I don't have my contacts in, so I cannot see. Hey there, welcome in. So I'm just gonna share this out. So, when you talk about the 3 reasons why I do not believe in spiritual protection, okay? And it's not exactly the way that you think. So I put out a written post yesterday just talking about my feelings and sharing, and it got a whole lot of resonance. A lot of people really resonated with it and shared it, and so thank you so much for everybody who reached out and did that. That was amazing. I was not expecting that. That was really more of me stepping out of my fear and sharing a unpopular opinion that turned out to actually have a lot of resonance. And for those who hadn't really thought about it in the way that I shared it, it really offered new perspective. So that was a big blessing. So one of the things in my spiritual mentorship practice, in my soul realignment practice, doing readings and offering services to people, a lot of people come to me asking me about curses, hexes, how to manage their energy from people who wish them harm, or from people who wish them ill, or just things to do to fortify themselves against people. And the thing is that I don't teach it. And people keep asking me to teach it, and the main reason is because, honestly, point blank, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with this concept of protecting your energy. And so I really want to talk about that because I've really been, especially within the past month or so, a lot of people have been coming to me asking me for trainings and for resources and for insight and guidance. And to be completely honest with you, and if you are triggered, sorry, not sorry. The thing is, you're asking the wrong questions. If you're asking for protection, you're asking the wrong questions. And so the reason being, point number 1, soul spark number 1, for the reason why I think this concept of spiritual protection is more harmful than helpful, is because the belief that you are at risk will continue to create more of a reason to believe that you are at risk. Okay? So if you're feeling value from this, please share this out. Please give me some hearts and put some feedback in the comments. But yes, the belief that you are at risk will continue to perpetuate more reasons to believe that you are at risk. We live in a universe that runs on a ton of different rules, tons of different universal laws, and one of those laws is the law of attraction. And there's a lot of things that are left out that a lot of people who teach the law of attraction don't teach on, but in its essence, it is that when you think certain things, and when you believe certain things and feel certain feelings, the universe existence will act as a mirror. Will act as a mirror of consciousness and will continue to reflect back things that will continue to provide evidence for that very belief and those very feelings that add an emotional charge to those thoughts. Okay? And so here's the thing. And the issue that I have with the spiritual protection is that we are not these little lambs, these vulnerable little lambs that are just roaming about, where at any moment's notice we can get devoured and ripped apart by wolves. That is just not, when you really believe that you are the creator of your own existence, and when you really own that, there's no room for that. Okay, so it's either one or the other. Do you believe that you're the creator of your existence, the CEO of your life, and that you're in charge of anything and everything that you want to bring into your life and in your energy? There's no room for you to harbor any belief that there are forces, like energetic forces and spiritual forces, that are out to get you. It's one or the other, and it creates a contradiction in your energy, right? So here's the thing. There is no force out there. Hey, Rochelle, thanks for joining. There's no force out there that can just do things to you for no reason. Okay? Like, yes, there are people who put out negative intentions. Most people know them to be curses, but energetically, when you really look at it, it's just a negative intention put towards you. There's not really anything or anyone or any force out there that can do something to you, or send things to you, or beings that can attach to you for no reason or without your say-so. It is your belief. You have to already have had, and these are things that I read for in my Soul Awakening Journey program when I'm reading for people's blocks and restrictions. I read for entity attachments, negative intentions, and things like that. So these are things that I look for, and I'm not negating that these things exist. But one of the things that I read for, and when those things come up for people, I look at the belief that that person has that's in their soul blueprint that allows that to be an attachment mechanism for that entity or that negative intention or whatever it is. So you have to have already had a belief in your subconscious mind that is a match for that to happen. Okay, so even though it's subconscious and you're not fully aware of it, that is still your mind giving that outside source permission to latch onto you. So there's nothing that can attach to you without your permission. And if these things are happening to you, you have to ask yourself, what is it in my mind? What is it in my thought patterns and my thought processes that are acting as an energetic match for this? Instead of getting into victim mentality, and that's the second point. And that's the second point of why I don't support the concept of spiritual protection, is because it perpetuates and supports victim mentality. So going back to the feeling like you're just at the world's disposal for things to attach to, and you have to constantly work and work and work and work. Hey Crystal, how's it going? Hey girl. To constantly work to protect yourself or to keep these things out. It harbors fear, and it encourages victim mentality, thinking that the world is out to get you, feeling that the world is out to get you, and that you're constantly at risk. And that is not what we're called to be here on this earth. That is not how we are called to be as complete sovereign beings, which is what I believe in terms of energy management, is that we are whole and sovereign souls and beings, and that we control our energy, and that we are the creator of our own existence. Please tap the hearts and share this out if you are feeling this, because I am on fire right now, because this is something that I'm so completely passionate about, and something that I really want to get out there to people, because we cannot afford to be disempowered anymore. We have to take our power back, and you have to give yourself much more credit than that. Right? Give yourself more credit than that, that you are not just out on the loose for things to come around and affect you, that you are a complete and sovereign being, and to really ask yourself that if you are feeling influences, and if you are feeling things that are affecting you and attaching to you, and you're having certain experiences, to ask what is going on within you that's allowing yourself to be a match for that. It's not about blaming, and it's not about beating yourself up, but it's just about taking responsibility for your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own decisions for your life, because that is what's going to allow these things to clear. That's what's going to allow you to be empowered, and that's what's really the heart of getting real with your soul, getting real with yourself, and really stepping into your purpose. Thank you for the like. So that's the thing. If you're dependent on these crystals and the sage, and I have nothing against crystals and sage and energy shielding and things like that. I teach those things. I teach energetic shielding, but I don't teach it from a perspective of protecting your energy, because protection comes from a mental pattern of, from a mental space and a mental perspective of thinking that there are things outside of you that are out to get you and to threaten you. I teach the shielding from a place of sovereignty and empowerment and of knowing that you are completely fortified and protected, and that you get to decide what comes in and out of your energy. There's no victim consciousness in that. I am completely empowered and whole within myself, and I am contained in myself, right? So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with crystals and sage and things like that. I use those things. I carry black tourmaline with myself at work, so I'm not working in hyperdrive trying to contain my energy, because during the day I work at a metaphysical shop. I am completely 100% immersed in spirituality. So this is my day job as well. So I work at a spiritual center. I'm constantly around different types of people who are on this path. So, but the thing is that these are supplements. The same way you look at vitamins and minerals, the same way that you wouldn't just take a multivitamin to eat and to think, oh, that's okay, like I don't have to eat, I'm taking this multivitamin. You still need food, right? It's the same way with your energy and how you manage your energy. You cannot just depend on putting crystals in your bra and having a medicine pouch and just waving around some sage in your auric field in your house and thinking, okay, I'm good, and that's what I need to focus on. If you are doing that, and so many people are, like, come on guys, this is the time for you to really take responsibility for your energy and to really take the steps to become sovereign and not walking around needing to protect yourself, right? From the entities and people out on the loose. Like, let's get out of this world is out to get me mindset and to really tap in and get real with our soul. And so that brings me to the third. So that brings me to the third point. I have my notes just to keep myself on track so I don't get off on tangents, which I've already had, is that when you are the whole practice of spiritual protection, and when you're constantly fixated and focused on the need to protect your energy, that is a clear sign that you are not in tune to your soul. You are not in tuned into who you are at soul level, and I already talked about this a little bit. And so that's the thing, when you know who you are at soul level, and when you're in tune to your higher self, and when you're connected to your higher self, you know what's yours and what's not. You know what feelings are yours and what feelings are not yours, which is a big little argument that someone had put in the comment section of my personal page, trying to defend their needed to be right in why they need to protect their energy. But you're in tuned. You know what's right for you. You know what feels good for you. You know what's in alignment to you, because you know your energy and you know who you are at soul level. So there's no need to constantly reach for things outside of yourself and to be focused on why you're at risk, because you are no longer a match for those things. When you're truly embodied in your higher self and in your purpose, and you are aware of the gifts that you have and how to get yourself in alignment, you don't need to look outside yourself. You don't need to go, I'm not saying you don't need to go get like energy healing or things like that. Those things are great. Once again, those are supplements. But you don't need to constantly be looking outside yourself. You know who you are. You're contained within yourself. All right. So that's just my massive call on what I feel and what my truth is. And to those who resonate, great. And to those who don't, wonderful as well. Blessings and light and love to you. And so I would love to, if you have anything to say, please say so in the comments below. I'd love to share. Thank you so much to everybody watching live and who popped in the chat box. And so once again, just knowing that you are a sovereign being. You are unmovable, untouchable, and unshakable, and nothing can come into your field that you don't agree to. And that's all that I have to say. One of the things I wanted to let you guys know as well, little side note, is that for the month of November, I am opening up my Soul Spark readings. They are my one-on-one intuitive reading sessions. I don't offer these a lot, but this is a great opportunity for any of you who you've been wanting to work with me one-on-one and you haven't been able to take the plunge, or you weren't really ready to do that full clearing in my soul awakening journey. This is a perfect time to just get that spark of insight for your spiritual practice. If this whole message resonated with you and you want to dive deeper into how to become spiritually, or how to become energetically sovereign for yourself, your relationship, your spiritual practice, your career, your business, if you have that, I offer it in 30-minute and 45-minute slots. 30 minutes for $40 and 1 hour for $60. I'll have the link in the comments for you to book those. I'll have that ready and available to you for most of the month of November. Depending on how it goes and how many people take advantage, I may have to cut it off earlier than that. So that'll be in the description below, or be in the comments below for you to take advantage of and enjoy. And I would love and be so humbled to work with you. And for those watching the replay, definitely leave your feedback in the comments, and I will see you later. I love you guys so much. Peace.